I don't know how the NHL can be so cocky about the officiating. So Rod Brind'Amour gets upset at the end of a game to Washington. It's a late game penalty to Sebastian Aho. And he kind of loses it on the bench. And in his post game, he said, "quote It's a tough way to end the game. It was a great game, a great hockey game. What are you gonna do?" But he's losing it on the officials, right? So something else from 32 Thoughts here. The explanation came from an October 18th memo sent to GMs and coaches indicating the league has, quote, already seen several instances of head coaches making unacceptable public comments, critical of officiating, and video replay. We know that Brind'Amour got a fine last year in the playoffs, and the fine is a minimum of $25,000. And apparently, going into this season, that violations in that would minimum now be $25,000. Apparently, coaches can say they disagree with the decision and that they saw it a different way. So what Brind'Amour technically said in the media wasn't that bad. And if he was abusing the official can always throw him out the game. But again, it's just the nerve of the NHL to be like, listen here, we obviously, you know what I'm trying to say, right? It's the fact that every ref seems to call the game a different way and there's different standards every night, and that basically you can't critique them, otherwise you're going to fine them a quarter of like $100K. Like, just, I want you to think about that, like from a normal person's point of view, right? If it was like you criticized the way, like the school, let's say example, you criticized the way Ryerson laid out your course intentions, right? And they fined you $25,000 for it.
Man, I would be quite poor.
You would be paying off that OSAP for the rest of your life.
Man, and imagine if that they actually fined me for that.
Yes, yeah. It's such a funny little. It's not funny. It's just kind of garbage.
It's okay. I want to separate. Listen, I don't think Rod Brind'Amour should. That was necessarily appropriate conduct. I get it. That's fine. I'm okay with it, distinguishing that. But the nerve of the NHL for time and time and time again to claim they have the best leagues in the world, and I get it's a publicity stunt. Every league does it. It's just asinine that they do it so often, and they have the balls to keep doing it without even changing a single thing. Like, how are we still in the position after Tim Peel, knowing that, and let's be clear, let's remind people, Tim Peel is not the only one who does stuff like that. No. Tim Peel was the scapegoat there. Why can't we fix it? Like, what is the issue? Why can't we fix it? And I think I have the answer. It's because Gary Bettman and the owners, because he's not alone, are so damn stubborn that they don't want to fix something that's not like that they think is okay. They can't see the fact that what this system is it they think it's fine. They don't see it as broken. That's the issue.
And then you're just not allowed to critique it. Like, that's kind of censorship, isn't it? You're not going to let someone ridiculous. To appropriately, just Rod Brind'Amour, again, to the media, there's nothing wrong with saying it's a shame to see a game end like that. It wasn't like Bruce Cassidy who was like, man, it's funny the Islanders are getting away with everything. You know what I mean? Brind'Amour is an intense guy, but you know what, I don't think that was worth it. I don't think it was worth what the NHL gave them. Yeah, you're right. They don't see a problem with it. I just have a problem with that, obviously, in the way the game is called in period. But it's just, I don't like that criticizing it is instantly a boom, you're fine. Just think of it like this, right? What did PK Subban get for his slew foot on Sammy Blais? Like $11,000?
Yeah, whatever the maximum was.
And Sammy Blais is not going to play again this year. He's hurt from that. But we criticize the officials, and I know it's a CBA thing, but but more than double that for putting a player out for the rest of the season. And I'm not saying PK did it on purpose. He still slew-footed him. He meant to do that, but I don't think he meant to hurt him for the whole season. But double that just because someone criticized a call is just, I don't like that.
So this is Frank Saravelli last night. The quote-unquote inappropriate conduct for which Canes coach Rod Brind'Amour was fined $25,000 today by the NHL wasn't for the comment, but for what happened on the bench.
So, yeah. I'd like to know exactly what he said, or was it? Did he call the ref an idiot? Did he swear at him? Because players do that.
He
so
very
I don't
much.
know why a coach can't.
I can't lip read very well. He very much swore at him. I can tell you that by watching the video.
They swear at players. Remember who was the ref that
100%.
told Brendan Gallagher to F off? That happens every other shift.
Yeah. I don't know what he said. Whatever. I'm not entirely sure what he said. But
remember when Colton Parayko was behind the net and the mic caught up, like the ref saying, "You got to move the puck," and he's like, "I can do what I want."
Man, I think this is just a bigger issue than what's happened here.